Luckless Lovelocks, bringing you my coverage of E3 2015, and we are watching the Nintendo digital event coming up soon. I think it's just in a few minutes. I've done my 9 AM Pacific time. My coverage of E3 2015, conversion properly to Eastern Standard Time, which is the time zone I'm in. Kind of underwhelming coming up screen. What is a digital event? I guess we'll find out.
Mr. Iwata? Mr. Iwata? Oh, wow. Yes, we're ready to start filming the Nintendo digital event for E3 2015.
Okay, thank you. I will head directly to the stage.
I guess all their games are going to feature Muppets.
Reggie, are you ready for the digital event?
It's going to be doing below.
62.
Oh.
Nintendo 63. Nintendo 64. My puppet body is ready.
Wait. That looks kind of like Will Smith. Will Smith, like, combined with Jay Leno.
I'm here.
Mr. Miyamoto?
Oh, yes.
Okay, ready whenever you are, gentlemen.
I just have to remember my words.
Oh shit. Stroking his nose. This is Metroid, right?
Hey, Fox, do a barrel roll.
Hey, Fox!
Fox, do a barrel roll.
Yeah.
Barrel roll? I can do better than that. Check this out.
Entering Cornerius orbit.
Oh, it's Star Fox. Just checking the sound quality on my stream here. My own stream is buffering, guys.
Switching to all-range mode. Let's take the offensive.
Okay, that's good.
Do a barrel roll.
Oh, 0.
I live right by the Fushimi Inari Shrine. I've had a relation with this shrine since I was a child. Because of that, I felt that I was always
Kind of
protected,
relation.
as if it's my guardian angel. When I was a child, there was a TV show about fighter planes called Thunderbirds.
How old is he now?
That
He's gonna
inspired
be
me
getting
to
up
make
there.
a game that had cinematic elements, with each character having a distinct personality and their own drama. That would be reflected in the dialogue and appear in scenes like where a cool character and enemies would appear.
He is 62. Wow.
I'm here for a job, of course, and looks like I get to
Crazy.
have a little fun.
When it came to talking about details regarding how to make the main characters look and feel, we talked about all sorts of types of people. But ever since I was in school, I drew comics with caricaturized humanoid animals, and decided that the characters in this game should be based off animals. I then talked about it with Imamura-san, the designer, and we thought about the fox image. Then I thought, let's try making a fox the main character.
We're entering Corneria City now.
When there's an arch, you want to go under it, right? That's the kind of game I wanted to make. Thinking about the shrine, this place is known for the row of arches. So we went with this idea to create a game where you would fly through different arches.
Hey, Prey Delta, welcome back to E3
Star Fox is a
2015.
game where you use a control stick, like the one you'd find on a plane. When you fly a real plane, you need to pull back on the control stick to fly up, right? Similarly, you can use the gyro on
I'm a
the
bit tired,
gamepad
so
to look all around and feel really immersed.
Might be a
in
bit
the
more
game.
subdued during this one. Also, it
You
seems
might
like a
be
more
able to
interesting
play as if
experience.
they're flying a real plane. It's really exciting.
It's not like a
We
press
deal with
conference,
the
it's
two
more of
screens.
a
We
digital event,
experimented
as
with
they're calling
gameplay
it.
with
Whatever
ideas
that means.
before this iteration of Star Fox. There were 2 screens that each serves a specific purpose. For example, we've tested using one screen for a more cinematic view and the other for gameplay. The Wii U gamepad has a gyro, and it's a big reason we decided to make this game. It's a cockpit view, so it feels like you're in the cockpit like this. You can aim by moving the gamepad around. In the other Star Fox
Yeah,
games,
yeah, it started.
you play by controlling your plane in third person on one screen. This time, the game world
should be up
is
on the
shown
stream,
the
shouldn't it?
TV, and you can focus in to aim on the gamepad. By using 2 screens, you can see yourself flying in third person on the TV while shooting down at the enemies below you from the cockpit view on the gamepad. You can be really immersed in the experience, so that's something I hope people can check out.
My
On
cat's
the
gonna watch
Nintendo
this.
64 system, you had to use a lot of
You
buttons.
wanna come up here and watch?
But now, with the Wii U gamepad, you can use 2 sticks to do things like speed up and flip around.
We don't have Pocket Clint, but you can watch with us.
There's only one button to fire all the different weapons. So there are 4 buttons
Not much.
left, and with that,
They did,
we thought,
like a
why not
Muppet
use
style
these buttons to make the artwork
Introduction,
transform?
with like the 3 major guys, Nintendo as Muppets coming to like a news desk, and then they turned into Star Fox characters, and then
That
this
was in
started.
Star Fox 2. But since that game didn't make it out,
Hey,
I'm glad we were able to
Pocket
have it
Clint,
appear.
yes. Please
The
lurk.
R-Wing transformation mechanic actually looks like it
I'm a bit
makes lot of
subdued
sense.
this morning, or this afternoon, because I didn't.
There's the land
Yesterday was pretty
master.
exhausting, I have to admit. All the casting.
And also the gyro wing, which adds a lot of breadth to gameplay. With it, you can perform a lot of tasks as Fox. You can also play different stages with other vehicles too. So I hope you'll have fun trying out courses with different vehicles even after you clear the game. We've rebuilt the game
Throat
using
hurts too.
ideas
Oh,
from the
that
past,
sucks.
But it's not a part 4 or part 5.
Uh,
It's not a
what
remake
breed is
either,
it?
So we named it Star Fox Zero this time.
It's a black cat. I don't know. It's Cat's it's not like a
The
breed,
subtitle
I
Zero
guess.
was taken from
I don't
how
know
the
if
kanji character looks in calligraphy.
just
Star
like
Fox is based off of the
generic
Japanese
black cat.
culture that inspired me. So I wanted people around the world to see this cool kanji character in the
oh,
logo.
dude.
When I saw it, it reminded me of a foxtail. We wrote the character with a brush and added the logo. It looks cool.
Short-haired? Is that domestic short-haired, I guess, or something like that? I don't know.
Hi.
This is the first cat I've owned.
Nintendo's digital event
I was more of a
E3
dog person before.
2015.
But,
I'm Reggie Fils-Aimé, president of Nintendo of America. We began today
guy's
having
quite
a little
cute.
fun imagining ourselves as characters in the Star Fox universe.
Black Calico. Wow, you know your
That
cats.
opening was more than just fun.
Are you a Black
It
Calico?
also represents a theme you're going to encounter
Yeah, you're a
consistently
Black
throughout Nintendo's experience for E3. That theme
He likes purring,
is
that's for sure.
transformation. Recently, Mr. Iwata has made several announcements.
Okay, I take
on
it back.
how
The guy does not
Nintendo
look like
itself
Will
is being
Smith.
transformed. With
Is the
expansion
Muppet
to
version of him
universal
look more
parks,
like Will Smith combined
mobile
with
devices,
Jay
and our
Leno?
new dedicated game platform,
But,
codename NX,
This guy doesn't so much.
which we'll tell you more about in 2016.
Yeah, I'm taking a liking to cats. They're very low maintenance.
Focus
This
on the
one's
transformations you'll be enjoying
I'd
right
say this
inside your
cat is more
Nintendo
dog-like than
the
most
coming
cats.
If there's a secret to the longevity of
Oh, there we
Nintendo
go.
franchises, it is transformation. We never let them stand still. There always has to be something new, something compelling. And that even applies to the game Super Mario Bros., which is celebrating its 30th anniversary in 2015. To say he's been transformed over the years is obvious. But along the way, he's also transformed gaming. From establishing the platforming genre on
Russian
the
blue,
NES
Maine Coon,
to the 3D
Calico,
world
Egyptian,
of Super
naked
Mario
rat thing.
64. Later this year, Super Mario Maker will take the next step
Egyptian
by
naked rat
turning
thing.
the essence of game creation over to you, our fans. Now, players will become creators as you build your own Mario levels that can be shared globally with friends. And who knows, maybe even I'll be playing, and of course beating, your latest creation. Finally, nothing in our history has transformed our
Going behind my
franchises
computer.
quite like Amiibo. And as you'll find out this week, there are more new Amiibo on the way and more games for them to inhabit. In fact, right now, let's see how Amiibo are about to show up in a totally unexpected way.
They don't look like cats, yeah.
So at this year's Nintendo digital event, the team put me right to work. So
I was wondering what a digital event was, and I guess this is
from
it.
the Vicarious Vision studio at Activision. And Karthik, we've got some great news to share.
Yeah, so the hallmark of the Skylanders franchise has always been deliver brand new innovation and the highest quality game experience. For the first time, we're bringing a whole new toy category to life. We're bringing vehicles to life this year with our new game, Skylanders Super.
Yeah, they're definitely,
and really
cats are
blending into
definitely,
this epic vehicle adventure.
probably out to
But
saying
there's more
cats
to
can be
it,
assholes,
right?
climbing on
We've got
everything and pushing
two
buttons.
unexpected guest stars.
They're definitely
So introducing
independent souls.
turbocharged Donkey Kong.
They don't like to be told what
and
to do.
his vehicle, the Barrel Blaster.
Okay, this shit is just
We
like,
also have Bowser. This is Hammer Slam Bowser.
I could,
And his vehicle,
this is clearly for the kids,
Clown
right?
Cruiser.
Bowser is always my favorite. I don't know why people say that I look like Bowser and at times act like Bowser. As you're playing as these figures, as you have the various vehicles, what happens?
So they have complete move sets.
I don't know if there's like a press conference.
Of powers and abilities, some of which are
Maybe there's
natural,
one later?
Things that you would expect, like Donkey Kong throwing barrels and Bowser slamming down his hammer, but also really unexpected moves that harken back to elements of lore within the 30 years of history of these characters.
What else can these figures do?
If you put the figure on a Skylanders portal, they act as a Skylander, but you can twist the base and switch it to Amiibo, and it can be used as an Amiibo.
Promotes Nintendo promotes violence.
So again, these characters, these
Guess so.
vehicles, only playable on Nintendo.
I mean, if you think about it, all their games are, a lot of their games are inherently violent. I mean, fine, it's like a lot of animated violence, but it's still violence.
Franchises that always likes to have total control. What was that like in terms of working with us to bring these fabulous experiences to life?
We're such big like Nintendo fanboys, and I think we may have been a little too cautious at first. We wanted to have a form of Bowser where he became really big, and we pitched the idea of using Giga Bowser, and this is when the Nintendo team said, no, do something different, something new, and we created Magma Bowser,
right.
Who's never been seen before, and his fire breath just becomes this insane flamethrower. We wanted to set the Koopa on fire, and they said use dry bones.
Right.
And so like dry bones, and they said, well, here's all the material for dry bones, and it was just
what happened to the going around and saving the princess and racing? It's gone. It's gone, replaced by violence. But those are violent games. I mean, Mario is a violent game.
Karthik, thank you so much.
Jumping on people.
And throughout the entire week, we're going to be sharing more
like
and more
knocking them into lava
you
and
your
shit.
Team are going to grace us at Nintendo Treehouse Live, and there's going to be a lot more information to share.
I'm super excited.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
I wonder what's next.
See, doesn't that look kind of like a Will Smith, Jay Leno combo? I am right. I know. Yeah, but even the racing games are violent. You think about Mario Kart. Or, well, I guess F-Zero wasn't a Nintendo game. I think, right? Wasn't that another studio? All involved violence. It's a digital event, man. Anything could happen. Alright, here. Before you wreck everything, cat. God, you're a big guy. There never was peace. No, not in Nintendo Land. Nintendo Land started with violence, and it'll end with violence. Look at this. Zelda? Those monsters are just chilling, and Zelda's running around fucking killing them. Or, Link is running around killing them, not Zelda. Like, who's the real villain of, The Legend of Zelda? It's obviously Link. Invading their lands?
Hello, I'm Aonuma, the producer of Zelda. Today, I would like to talk about The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes, the latest Nintendo 3DS Zelda game. I have the game's director, Shikata, here to introduce it with me.
Hello. I wanted to focus on multiplayer and co-op. Multiplayer in past Zelda games was more competitive, much like a party game. Everyone would gather to play to see who would get the most rupees. This time, I wanted players to cooperatively enjoy more serious Legend of Zelda gameplay elements, like solving puzzles and going through dungeons.
The 3D visuals of A Link Between Worlds was a great feature.
That's the other thing that I kind of like but don't like about cats is like, especially this guy, I know they all have their own personalities, but he'll come up and he'll, get some pets for a while, and then he'll just be like, I've had enough of you, and then fuck off, just as I'm starting to enjoy it.
Co-op was fully realized with the totem mechanic.
It's Ganondorf, or whatever his name is. Listen, like,
you can carry your friends on your shoulders.
Ganondorf is like, he rules the world that he's in, and Link just invades it and kills all of his buddies.
So we decided 3 was the better choice.
All of his friends, right? I mean, he's a mass murderer, if you really think about it.
For single player, there are supporting doll-like characters. There are 2 of them. And you can beat a level by switching between Link and these 2 dolls. The story starts in a kingdom that is just full of fashion-savvy people.
Fashions.
Then, we find out something has happened. So the king is looking for a hero who could help. So different players are each claiming to be the hero. And so it begins. Using items to defeat enemies and conquering dungeons is a familiar staple from other Zelda games. So it should appeal to fans of the series. This time, there's also a fashion element.
Okay, so let's read about Ganon. Introduced in Legend of Zelda simply as a monstrous Prince of Darkness.
Your abilities change. So the same courses.
Ganon's character has seen much development throughout the series, from being a simple monster to a powerful warlock, with deeper motives to his actions. As the manifestation of the Demon King, Demise's hatred for the goddess and her chosen hero.
I hope people invite others to try out the game with them
Or according to Hyrule Historia, the reincarnation of Demise himself, Ganon is destined to eternally reincarnate to pursue world domination.
When playing in
most cases, though, he makes a return after being resurrected or breaking a seal.
I have the loudest voice on the team.
Ganon is the possessor of the Triforce of Power, imbued with the essence of the goddess Din. This divine relic makes Ganon unimaginably strong and grants him boundless mystical power, making him a grave threat to the land of Hyrule and the world, as stated in prophecy. Okay, the original Legend of Zelda, it wasn't really like that, though, right?
It will include all the DLC characters from that one.
I mean, the way that it's introduced, it's not like Ganon has invaded a world, right?
We are also adding additional characters and stages from the.
See, he wasn't given a backstory until A Link to the Past, according to this.
Hyrule Warriors is not like the Zelda games I create. It is an experience only Koei Tecmo can really bring to life. I hope you will enjoy Hyrule Warriors Legends, as well as The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes on Nintendo 3DS.
Alright, fine. Maybe he's the antagonist. Anyways, Link he's basically committing genocide in all the games, in all the Legend of Zelda games. Did you guys ever watch the old Legend of Zelda cartoon? The Pokemon. See, like, the tweet that I sent out for the stream, I was kind of saying I haven't actually owned a Nintendo system since Nintendo 64, and I actually think I traded it in for a PlayStation. Because I don't know. It really, I guess I like more adult-themed games. I never really, like, got addicted to the Nintendo thing. I never did. Here, let me show you some of the old Zelda cartoon.
Hey.
How do I turn the chat off? I can turn this off somehow, right? Settings. Dark mode. Oh, no. Chat options. Hide chat. Okay, hide chat, but I also want to... It's a lot of 3DS stuff, huh? Yeah.
To seek life beyond the shore, just out of reach.
I guess so. Yeah. Samus's.
You are my child now.
Now, once and for all, no more games. To the death.
Here I come! I'll show you.
I won't surrender. Now pay for your betrayal.
Don't look at me, please.
There is only one punishment. The sentence is death.
Try to be at peace. Kill me if you want, but do it as yourself.
Oh man, that makes such a big difference when you hide the chat. It's running so much more smoothly now. Oh my god, what is this?
When Kevin Jurgensen needs light, he trusts only
Here's the Legend of Zelda cartoon.
It lasts longer in 99% of devices.
Put it back on for Pokemon.
This is the Triforce of Wisdom, Link. The evil wizard Ganon has the Triforce of Power.
See? He's creating things.
Rule this land forever. You must help me, Link.
Hey, for you, Zelda, anything.
Anything. Okay, it's not Pokemon.
Nice job, hero.
Hey, excuse me, princess.
Yeah. He's very much adultish, actually. Anyways, I don't want to show too much of this, 'cause I probably shouldn't be doing that. But you get the idea. Yeah. Well, it's Nintendo. This looks kind of cool. All their new shit looks like Final Fantasy. Well, it's just all very Japan style, like anime style. The fuck was that? I don't know. I don't even know if I could do this. Like, Jesus. This is hard. This is totally just not the shit that I like. Yeah. Hey, Skylord. I don't know what this is. Yeah, I have two older brothers. What about you, Pride Delta? I still have them. I still have siblings. Oh. Yarn, more yarn, guys.
Hi, I'm Emi Watanabe, and I work in software planning and development department at Nintendo. And I am a coordinator. I work with developers in making Nintendo games. I've worked on Kirby's Epic Yarn with the same developer, and I was in charge of designing Yoshi's Woolly World.
Yarn and dinosaurs, those are the two. And Tom Clancy, three major themes of E3 2015.
At the same time,
I have a sister who just turned 21, but she hogs the bathroom 24/7. Well, she's a girl. All girls do that.
And the player.
Just take a massive poop in the bathroom, she won't hog it.
Decided to make some Yarn Yoshi just for fun, because I'm not a programmer or an artist, so I wasn't able to make something in the actual game. So, and the development team was really working hard. So I thought to myself, oh, is there anything that I can do in some way to help this game? I went home and got some yarn and I decided to make my very first Yarn Yoshi. When I brought it back to the office, the smiles on the face of my colleagues really struck me. There was this proposal made at Nintendo saying that maybe for a game like this, a plushie amiibo would be more fun to have, because it goes.
And I have a stepbrother who neglects my father, who's also his father.
I fell in love with that idea and decided to make more Yarn Yoshi prototypes. Yoshi himself is made of yarn. The shape of his body transforms into different shapes. So he turns into like a propeller when you jump, and he turns into a mallet when he does the ground pound. But also the world itself is in yarn and fabrics and lots of textiles. We have places in the game where you can
That's
unravel,
unfortunate.
and you can also knit platforms. And in this game, the enemies are made of yarn as well. So when Yoshi swallows them, they turn into little yarn balls instead of eggs. Well, most of all, we want the game to be fun. Yoshi's Woolly World provides plenty of challenge if you try to go for 100% completion. But also we wanted to have lots and lots of people enjoy the game, and those lots of people have different expectations on the difficulty of the game. And for us, what's so special about Yoshi games is
everyone's
that
family is weird, man.
difficult
You're not the
levels
only
are
one.
up to the player, because if you just want to have fun, you can just run through the levels. If you think you're a more advanced player, you can set the challenge a little higher by collecting lots of items, and that provides plenty of challenge in this game. We are very confident that the game...
Oh, you need to
provides
tweet
both
Shiva
challenge
and get her to
and
date
fun.
me when we're both at TI5. And just include that
Is designed
hashtag
so that the user can decide how they want to play with
Shiva
their
date
friend.
Lovelocks
So you
at
can either
TI5.
cooperate with your friend, you can help each other out, you can swallow the other Yoshi, turn him into a yarn ball, and then throw it to high areas so that the other Yoshi can reach that area. So you can do a little bit of a competition with your friend, you can be a little mean. If you have an amiibo, and if you use it in Yoshi's Woolly World, then Yoshi's design turns into that amiibo character. So for example, if you have a Mario amiibo, you can get a Mario Yoshi, which is a Yoshi in Mario pattern, in Mario design. So if you have an amiibo at home, maybe you can have fun trying out different characters.
We're back, friends. Texting me finally, and at the
In
worst
this
time.
game, when we turn
Oh, okay.
Fuji into yarn,
Yeah, see you
he was
later,
really
man.
Cute. So
Thanks,
that's
Pride
why
Delta.
we decided to have him again in this game. He barks when there's an important item around you, so he's a quite useful companion to have. Even after you clear the level, it's really fun to go back, revisit that level, because there's always something that you missed out on. You always find something new. It would be great if you can collect all the items in one go, but that is quite challenging. So I hope people can enjoy playing the same level over and over again. Most of all, I want people to be happy when playing this game.
Guys, I think I'm gonna order some food in. What do you think I should order? For my lunch.
This is the line. Think you understand yokai a little better now?
I'm so confused by these games, guys. I'm sorry. I don't... Half the time I don't even know what I'm watching, because I'm not 10.
Summoning Charming!
Oh, hey, Pride Delta. Sweet and sour chicken. Chinese food? Actually, I'm kind of tempted to order Japanese food after watching this digital event. Yeah, I'm wondering what I should order in. I'm gonna order some food for my lunch. What do you think I should get, Pride Delta? Pocket Clint saying sweet and sour chicken. Sweet and sour chicken does sound good, I have to admit. There's no there hasn't been any Pokemon yet. Okay. Chinese food. I could get sushi. It would suck for you. I've never played a Pokemon game. I think I'm gonna get Chinese. Really excited about the tennis.
We've been working together for 30 years now. If there's 3 ideas presented to both of us, we pick the same one.
As the years went on and we made more and more side-scrolling games, we had to create a more advanced tool to design them with. This became the basis of Super Mario Maker.
The tool got so good that the more we worked with it, the more we realized we could also turn it into something everyone could enjoy. With Super Mario Maker, anytime you make an edit, you can see the results right away. This instant feedback can really help your imagination run wild.
Back in the day, we had to create everything by hand.
I know.
To design courses,
yeah, no Pokemon.
we would
No
actually
Pokemon.
draw them one at a time onto these sheets of graph paper. We'd then hand our drawings to the programmers who would code them into a build. While digging up these old documents, we found this. It's very precious. When we first thought of the idea of Super Mario Brothers, we had a concept of land, air, and sea. See this old sketch of Mario throwing fireballs from a moving cloud? You can now do that in Super Mario Maker. You can even control where the cloud flies.
The cat paw? Yeah.
In the old days, when we needed to fix or change part of the course,
I don't know why that
it would
was
get really messy
in there.
if we tried to edit the original drawing. So we'd put this see-through paper on top to make edits.
A lot of things might look familiar, but you can combine various elements from the different games to create entirely new stuff. Like stacking different enemies on top of each other to make a huge tower, and then putting a bullet bill on top.
Yeah, I could. I could play Pokemon. It's not really my thing though.
Underwater. Right, there are some enemies that don't normally appear underwater, like Goombas. When you put one underwater in Super Mario Maker, it will swim like a small shrimp. Mario can even take on the appearance of other characters. Tap a compatible amiibo, like Wii Fit Trainer, and Mario can turn into Wii Fit Trainer when he gets a mystery mushroom. It's called Costume Mario. We have a lot of these planned. To celebrate Super Mario's 30th anniversary, we're releasing an 8-bit amiibo. When you use it, your Mario in-game is going to appear a bit bigger. The amiibo itself.
They've gotten like a more exciting sounded translator.
There's also a Super Mario Maker booklet. The booklet has a lot of sample courses. It's really fun just looking at them, as if this is what would happen if you design the world of Mario.
Are you serious? You don't like Pokemon? You're just like...
Most times, I start by making a course I want to play, which is usually like 2-1 or 2-2.
Oh, it's Skylord, you're the one that's saying.
We try to
Saying
make
you don't
it
like
a
Pokemon.
little
Okay.
easier.
You guys are the same
So
color
we
on my
move
chat.
on to making 1-1. It's always like that. I may come across as a mean person by saying this, but in 1-1,
I'm
there's
kind of.
a
It's not that I
Goomba, which
don't
is
like the
clearly
game. I'm
an
just
enemy,
indifferent
But there's also a super mushroom,
about it.
and you might run when you first see it. You run, but there's a block above, so you can't run. So if you jump, the ceiling is low, so you usually hit it. But when you do, you grow big. It's a surprise. There are stairs, but there are gaps. But the first gap has a floor, and the second one is the one you want to avoid because it's bottomless. So it's a tutorial in a sense. We put a lot of thought into those types of things.
When playing a Mario game for the first time, it's a challenge to run and jump at the same time. New players usually fall into the first pit because they can't make the jump.
Well, sorry, on my display they look almost
usually
exactly
fall into it
same,
because
almost
they
exactly the
can't
same
make
color. Pokemon is my childhood.
It's like game design training software.
Try it if you want to get into game design.
Maybe a bit. Maybe I'm a bit colorblind. Let me look at
With
the.
enough practice, anyone can become a good course designer.
Earlier I said that Nintendo's experience for E3 is all about transformation. And while we've given you a sneak peek of some of our games coming later in 2015, there's still much more to share. Next,
It's funny you're red in
Live at E3 begins.
in the other chat.
We'll kick off with Mr. Miyamoto and fellow developers flying through Star Fox Zero. And if you can't wait to get your hands on Super Mario Maker, the opportunity is right in front of you.
All right, guys, Chinese food is on the way.
Wednesday, from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m.
So excited
and
about that.
Saturday from noon until 5 p.m. local time, you can walk into any of more than 100 Best Buy stores in the U.S. and Canada and experience the game for yourself firsthand. You can find the details of all of our activities this week at e3.nintendo.com.
Anyone excited about Mario Maker?
To close, as anyone transforms, be it a person or a company, it's good to reflect on where you've been to help guide where you go next. Over the past 30 years, more than 1 billion people around the world have played a Nintendo game. And most of them
Just Eat.
gaming's biggest star,
JustEat.ca is what I used.
From the music to the costumes to the characters, Super Mario isn't just Nintendo's mascot. There's a little piece of him and certainly memories of his adventures inside all of us.
I know, I've got a little piece of him inside me. Hey, hey. Oh, Luckless, I forgot to mail your bacon cinnamon roll. Said I ate it for breakfast. Fuck. I was looking for that. Well, at least I can stop my search of Canada. Read Canada on a post-it, put it on the cinnamon roll, and throw it out your window. What's your favorite Mario game, guys? A bit of bacon left? You can have it, Pride Delta. I wanted the whole thing or nothing. is going on here? Okay, what's your favorite Mario-themed game then? Jesus. Mine's Super Mario Brothers 2, because that game was fucking weird. Strike or something? Yeah, that was fun. Actually, Mario 64 was fun too.
Now it's your turn. Visit LetSuperMario.com and help us celebrate his 30th anniversary by submitting your own Super Mario.
Yeah, the third one also is awesome.
For a good cause, with Nintendo making a donation to the
it's lunchtime.
Operation Smile. Visit our site for details. Let's have some fun, let's support a great cause, and let's Super Mario.
Luigi's Mansion, never played it, and it's the only Luigi game that I can remember. You said you play Luigi. Whoa!
Hello everyone, I'm
Holy Mike.
Miyamoto. Thank you for watching Nintendo Digital Event. 日本の皆さん遅くまでありがとうございます。今日のね、デジタルイベントの映像っていうのは、今年発売できるソフト、それから来年の早い時期に発売できるソフトに絞り込みました。
So our digital event today focused entirely on games that are launching in 2015 and early 2016.
I can't steal the food.
ゲームパッドを生かしたゲームとかまだまだ開発続けてますので期待してくださいね。
And as we showed at E3 last year, we have many gamepad games for Wii U that we introduced there that are continuing in development, and we're still working on those.
とりあえず今はアミーボとそれからスプラトゥーンでこう狙うスターフォックスとかいろんなゲームを楽しんでください。
And so we've introduced games like that use Amiibo and games like Splatoon, and we've shown Star Fox for this year, and we've got more coming.
青沼さんがね来てないんですねこの回に、彼は今次のゲームを作るのに今一生懸命頑張ってます。僕も戻ってすぐ手伝う予定です。
And Aonuma-san is not here at E3, and that's because he is back at Nintendo, hard at work on his next game. And as soon as the show is over, I'm going to be going back to help him out with it as well.
で今からスター
You remember nothing.
ね説明をするんですけど、僕がゲームを遊ぶより
You have no memory.
ずっと上手なので皆さんにお任せします。
And so now what we're going to do is jump right into gameplay straight from Star Fox Zero. But I think maybe rather than having me play it, we should have our Nintendo Treehouse Live staff here play it, because they're probably going to be a lot better than I am.
ね、それから終わったら僕もう一つお話があるので戻ってきますけども、それから今日一日いろんなまたスタッフのゼロの話とかしますから、寝ずに頑張ってみてくださいね。
But after they're done, I'm going to come right back because there's one more thing that I want to talk about, and so I think we'll take a look at that and then just kick off with Nintendo Treehouse Live.
See you soon. See you soon.
See you soon.
Yeah, I don't have the best memory either.
E3.
Now it's time.
Only at E3 do they let us out of the treehouse to, play these games. So we're going to hop right into Star Fox Zero for you guys and do some. We're going to fire up the R-Wing and take it for a test
straight
flight.
In the Corneria, which is, a favorite of a lot of Star Fox veterans out there.
This is so cool.
Go if you take that ice cream.
I've seen this game. It just brings back a lot of really good memories for me about spending way too much time really late at night playing Star Fox.
I know, you can just see this cinematic opening. It's it's so good.
All right. So as we're getting started here, we probably should talk a little bit about how this game fits into the Star Fox series for folks who maybe missed our digital event.
Right. This Star Fox is kind of a reimagining of the original or Star Fox 64. as far as it's not a prequel, it's not a sequel. It's just kind of it exists alongside that.
Kind of just did whatever the fuck we wanted to. We just ignored all the other games.
There's a lot here that's really familiar, and then a lot of new stuff that.
I think you guys are.
Really
I'm using the gamepad. We're going to notice a lot of this split screen gameplay, and I was using it there to check in with my teammates. And people are going to, the voices are going to sound a little familiar. That's because we brought back a lot of the original voice actors, not just from the original, but from Star Fox 64 3D.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But again, this is a brand new Star Fox game, so those voices are going to have a new life.
Except we can't actually hear the
some of those
sound
lines,
of the game.
Classic barrel roll lines. You got to keep those in to
okay. I
keep
guess
the
I can hear it
fans
now.
happy. But there's also a lot of really cool new lines that
I like to shoot Falco right off the start, give him a little friendly fire there. Wake him up.
All right, so Morgan here is kind of aiming around the screen, taking these enemies out.
Just
on the Wii U gamepad,
use
he
your
actually
hand.
sees the cockpit view, whereas on the TV screen, he's seeing kind of like the overview. So you can either use the TV to aim or use the gamepad to aim.
And you can see right away we've got some stuff that we've never seen before. Like some sort of giant saw blades. Boom.
Oh, careful.
You got to dodge
Is it
that
just me, or does this guy kind of suck at the game?
I think Miyamoto-san will be very sad if we destroy the R-Wing on our first go out.
Not going to happen. It's totally not going to happen.
It's not a cheap piece of equipment, so.
Yeah, and it's really fun to switch back and forth between the TV screen and the gamepad screen here.
And not only that, the gamepad gives you kind of a finer amount of control. Not only a finer amount, but a wider amount of control. You can, if you actually tilt it, shoot straight up while you're flying forward.
It's really cool. We're going to see some of that later when we get into the all-range section. And, people are going to, I think immediately you're going to feel sort of, this, we're going to see a lot of Star Fox Zero gameplay here on Treehouse Live, and I think people are going to be excited by things that are very familiar to them. Like this opening section, it's sort of, it's not really on rails, but it's classic sort of flying. We're going to see some all-range sections, and then we're going to see some other stuff, too.
It is on rails.
Really
what are you
exciting.
talking about?
Right.
I'm really glad that during the digital event, we got to hear Miyamoto-san talk about the inspiration for a lot of the design here, because now having heard about the archways and the shrine inspiration, it's really interesting seeing the stage again and seeing it through those eyes.
Yeah, that's something that, obviously with playing past Star Fox games, you do a lot of, you fly under stuff and through stuff, but I never really thought of it,
Whoa.
as
Watch out.
being like
That guy was waiting
inspired
his
by
whole
it.
robot life to throw that beam at me. I love that guy.
That's his only programming, is to throw.
So I'm missing there. Was that one of the girder throwing robots that you
Don't,
just
why is he destroying the trees? What the fuck?
big guys who throw
I'm just
things?
taking out some trees too, as long as I'm here, why not? You guys can see my hits counting up there. It's, it's that classic Star Fox. I'm racking
The
up
rate
hits as I take down enemies.
tabulates
I'm
the
getting more of
tight
those as I
doubt.
do combos. So
Right, yeah.
there's
So if you do that charge shot,
Well, 69, I have no
at a
idea what
time,
that
you're
means.
getting actually more hits than you would if you took them out individually.
yeah, well,
which
there's
increases
another one of
your
those
score.
guys. And I'm not going to save Corneria by getting a high score, but
Womang.
it's going to make me feel real good.
You never know.
Print inventory is the
those
owner.
are refilling your shields and whatnot as you take
Monster 69?
Yeah, I
What's
think-
all the
I think if people
69ers?
At home, I'm actually switching back and forth quite a bit between when I'm looking at the TV or looking at the gamepad. And we've got that picture-in-picture.
we've got
which is
some
nice.
inside
Obviously,
jokes
they don't
going on here,
quite know
guys.
where I'm looking, but it's so much fun to sort of switch back and forth.
Yeah.
And we're going to see. Here we go. We're going into all-range mode now. There's
Speaking
General
of familiar
Pepper.
faces.
Boomga.
He's holed up in the top floor.
Switching to all range mode.
In all range mode again, if I think we got a lot of Star Fox fans maybe watching, but people that haven't. Now I'm able to fly completely around this area in 360 degrees. I can also use the ZL button here. That's putting me into target view. So to check that out, I can bust out a really cool sort of cinematic viewpoint here.
69
you
brothers,
see my gamepad,
explain
I'm
yourselves.
First person, but
I
I'm
wanna
able
know
to
what you
use
mean.
the TV to track a lot of these fighters. We've got a lot of enemy fighters right now. I'm going to get back to work here trying to take these guys down.
And that target view actually comes into play, when you need to see where you are in relation to another object. Sometimes you can use that. Check the TV, be like, oh, this guy's behind me, and then you'll just turn around and take him out.
Nice.
Whoa, watch out.
All right, so your goal right now, you have to take out 10 of these fighters.
Yeah, we've got to take out 10 of these bad boys.
Almost halfway there.
We're working on it.
Nice, good job.
I'm going to get a little laser upgrade here. That's going to help me out.
And it's really nice when you're not playing this, just getting to appreciate the background, just sort of enjoying the scenery, and it's like, oh wait, sorry, there's people firing.
Yeah, we talked about.
It's not really that nice looking,
A little work on
actually.
on those 10 fighters too. I'm gonna bust out a few moves
in
here.
terms of the background,
Again, I'm using
like,
two
they're
sticks
really
to fly,
low
which might
res
sound-
textures.
Yeah, you use 2 sticks, but you gotta remember that original Star Fox, you had 1 control stick, and being able to use 2, I'm able to do a lot of.
The water looks
You know, I'm
pretty
just able to do a lot of really cool fly moves, but also, like I said, flick the sticks to do, nice somersault there. Of course.
And well, I guess the
I do a double tap.
like the moon in the background.
Do a
That's
barrel
pretty cool.
roll.
Do a barrel roll. Let's get back to work on these enemy fighters up here.
So you can
No, like the
also do,
the
like,
land
your
is
turn,
very
Oh yeah.
you can boost, you can break. So
kind of
using all
shitty
these
looking. The
different
sky
maneuvers
is
to try to-
okay,
Yeah, I'm
but
using my
even the
right
sky
stick
is
here
kind
to
of low
boost. You can
res
see my boost meter at the bottom of the screen.
compared to a lot of other modern games.
Come on, Morgan, you only got 2 more to go.
All right, let me fire
So
up a charge
close.
shot here.
Nice.
I know I got to take these enemies down, but
Hey,
I wanna
Pride
show
Delta.
off- We're kicking the tires here on the R wing for everybody, or I don't know, kicking the tires. I don't know if that works. Maybe we're I don't know what we're doing. I guess if Moyu has tires, it probably lands at some point.
All right. I'm really excited to show off the transformation here, so I feel like we need to hit the ground.
All right, I've got these containers opening up, and yeah, I think you can see I'm flying above these guys using my gamepad to target their weak points, but I'm feeling a little frisky, so I'm going to go ahead and tap.
Dirt
This
looks
is a big
dirty.
moment here. I don't want to give it away, but here we go. Tap the A button.
Fair enough.
Whoa!
Oh, I
What's
see.
cool about the walker is you can. It changes your kind of maneuverability options. You can stand
Good.
still.
Got the
whereas
ice cream,
in the
It's like
excellent.
I can just stand here. Suddenly I'm not flying around. This guy's coming right toward me. I've also got a hover. I'm going to use the gamepad. Look down.
Nice.
That guy was not prepared for me to walk around like that.
Can we show its little strafing move as well? Because I think that just looks
Yeah,
really
you can
cool.
see I've got a little. And of course, like any good Star Fox vehicle, you can always do a barrel roll, even if you're in the walker.
So you got to hit those red nubbins on the top of them.
Yeah, let me chase those guys down.
Now, one thing I think is really fun about the transformation, it's not just a different way to come at enemies and come at problems, but there's actually some stuff hidden around in these stages that you're not going to be able to find unless you shift into different transformations.
Thanks,
Because there's
Flippy.
going to be some spots that are a little too narrow for your R-Wing to fit, and some other spots
I'm
where
gonna
it's,
tap A. I'm gonna
it's
bust
just a
it.
tap.
MMR.
You've got to know which vehicle you need to go through to get through
Just
there.
got a hot tip from, Peppy that there's more coming from the shoreline. I'm gonna fly above these guys. Get back
You
into
see
my.
he's shooting basically straight down at those guys, which is something you weren't able to do in past Star Fox games. But now with the gamepad, you can basically look straight down and kind of like be a bomber, do a bombing run sort of thing.
And it's a little easier to make sure you're not going to run into something when you look at the
'Cause you
upper
couldn't
screen.
do
You're
that
like, okay, I
without
can
the
tell I'm not gonna run
gamepad.
into a building, then focus on whatever's below you.
That would have been
There's
impossible to
another one I
program.
spotted it using target view. Whoop, watch out.
Oh, I feel like it's a little too
Oh,
peaceful
there
right
it
now. I don't trust it.
There's one there below me there. I'm using target view to lock onto him.
You've seen game theory? It's actually.
When I say lock on, I'm meaning lock on visually. I still
Alien
actually
roll?
do
What?
the work and aim for him.
What does that mean?
Whoa, buddy. Nice. Get off that tower. That's our tower.
Good job.
Always good advice from Peppy. Peppy never. He always comes through.
Yeah, slip.
I don't know. Is there any? Let me check to see what's coming up later on in the day.
Get back on the ground here. These guys are getting a little too close for my.
The one thing I am really excited
But
for
that's when
is
it's
the
coming down to the
PC
transformation,
show.
it's just like,
Gotta use that charge shot. Call out that charge shot.
Sounds good to do.
nice.
Get
Oh
off my
man.
tower. Phase 2 complete.
Oh, game 3 Star Fox. Okay.
So these, I don't know if at home you guys can hear the characters talking or not, but it's a really cool feature with the gamepad. They're doing this 3D audio thing.
Yeah, it's
so,
really, really cool.
So it's the weirdest thing. It feels like the characters are talking in like whispering
Yeah, kind
into
of
your
like
ear
they're
like
right
a
there.
headset.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they've got it so when you're playing the characters talking to you are coming out of the gamepad speakers, and it's so cool. The sound design in this game is really, really, really cool, and yeah, it really does feel like
Yeah,
a
it's
sort
kind of like with all the different ways that they're
So, I got
presenting
a problem here,
games.
actually. I was talking about sound, and meanwhile, Yeah, and Jerosa
like
dropped down.
the virtual reality,
This
all
is crazy.
the
This is a
shit you're
weaponized
carrying
flying
in
fortress,
different
I
types of
believe it's
controllers.
called.
It's
You can
kind of
see
hard
that
for
now
them
that I'm in this
to
boss battle, the TV
stream
screen is not
games
even
without
more
having
cinematic
to
view.
describe what's going
And I'm
on, what
really,
they're
like,
experiencing.
using the gamepad now to target.
The PC gaming show. There's one specifically for PC gaming.
Because there's that little tunnel you
for the
can see
first
over on
time.
the left-hand side, and now you have a couple of different options with this
To
boss.
watch
If you want to,
Star
you can
Wars
stay up
Battlefront
here
over and
focus
over.
on the
Yeah.
air, but if you're a smooth flyer, you can actually sneak in there, and there's some other stuff to do actually inside this boss.
Right. As you know, Star Fox fans know, there are multiple ways to complete missions in
Oh.
Star Fox games. You can
Wait, hold on a
have
second.
Complete or mission accomplished. And that
Square
depends
Enix
on
press
how,
conference is
you know,
on?
What sort of things you do during the mission.
This is another spot where it comes in really handy that you can do some separate targeting as well.
Whoa,
watch out.
Hold on, I'm gonna check something, guys.
I'm gonna go ahead and sneak behind this guy and I'm gonna drop in on him.
Oh, nice.
Oh, didn't see me coming, did you?
Nice.
Yeah, there's a PC gamer show.
I'm just gonna ride it.
PC games show.
Action movie style.
Oh, that was awesome.
Nice.
All right, one of these radar lasers left. Ooh.
Boom.
Wow.
Well
I
played,
don't know if he's
Morgan.
below that chunk of debris that just fell down.
Okay, it hasn't started yet. Sorry, I thought the Square Enix one had started.
It's always good doing general.
I think it's
rap.
on.
He's just, you know, you really want to. He's somebody you really want to fight for.
Oh no, it has started. It has started. Okay, I'm switching over to that now.
It's so
Good
good
job,
being
Morgan.
back in the
Ship
cockpit.
intact?
It's so good being back. I'm so excited. Like, it's so good to have. You know, we had, like we said, we talked about Star Fox 3. That was a remake of the original, but this is a brand new Star Fox game. It feels so good though. It's like everything I love about the original. I don't really want to give the controller up, but I think Eric's gonna.
You know, I'll take
I'm not
a
sure we
shot.
want to fight
Step to
on
the-
camera.
I'm more interested in this actually.